Hey subscribers, it's me, Sarah Ashley, giving you your weekly Astro Tarot for the week of 5/30. Wow, 5/29, 5/30. Wow, it's crazy, guys. Last week of May. I think around like Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, I'll upload the monthly. And I already have it all written out, but I'm going to upload it around then. So excited for that. All right. If you haven't already signed up for the tarot class, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, there's no upcoming classes for a while because I know a lot of you need a little break here. And I know I do too. So if you like to book a reading, you know where to find me, SarahAshleyAstrology.com, $22 off. The code SarahStar as always. Okay. So let's talk about this coming week. You know, we're leading up to this full moon in Sagittarius next weekend, which is going to be a really good full moon. It's, Jupiter led. And what I wanted to tell you guys about how this week starts off is, we start off with the moon in Virgo, the moon trining Uranus, but we still have the sun squaring Saturn. Okay. So even though the moon trining Uranus in Taurus with this Gemini season, it's like helping us really think about like redirecting us. I think a lot of us are redirecting and rerouting right now. It's like the GPS is like, I'm going to go here, not there anymore. That doesn't feel so good to me anymore. And it's okay. And I think there might be some guilt about leaving what could have been behind. I know I have that too. It's like, I don't know, should I abandon ship with it? It's like every side is telling me yes. And it's like every side is telling you yes, you've got to go, because like, especially if you compare, your life journey or spiritual journey to like a GPS, if everything keeps on getting rerouted and detoured, and you gotta follow the signs literally. So also with this sun squaring Saturn, still at the beginning of the week, Sun in Gemini squaring Saturn in Pisces, it's like we're thinking like, where did we over idealize situations, especially with that moon in Virgo? Where do we over idealize situation? What is the fact of the situation? What is the fiction of the situation? And that can be difficult to come to terms with too, because remember, in life, not everything is good or bad. There's shades in between. There's this is kind of good or this is kind of bad. It's like there's a spectrum. Okay, nothing's 100% good or bad most of the time. So like, for example, if you have a friend and you're like, they're really getting on your nerves, you had some great times with them and they're doing some really shady stuff to you, you have to think about, okay, like, are they 100% evil? Because I was reading a quote by someone recently. I'm like, this is so true. Not every person with toxic traits or someone who's done you wrong is a narcissist. Not everyone, I'm going to say it again, not everyone who has done you wrong is a narcissist. They just might have some traits that are out of alignment with your values and your morals, or where you're going. So wanted to kind of bring your attention to that. Sometimes we just fall out with people, and that doesn't mean they're evil. Okay. Doesn't mean you're evil. It just is. All right. So going into Wednesday and Thursday, we have the moon in Libra, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And on Tuesday going into Wednesday, we have this North Node in Taurus conjunction Jupiter, and that's June 1st. So on June 1st, which is Thursday, so Wednesday and Thursday would be June 1st. This is beautiful blessings. This is us feeling abundant. This is us feeling whole. This is us feeling like we're on the right path, like things are natural for us, not something that's artificial. Okay, we want something that's rock solid. I'm not even showing the chart right now because I'm just straight up channeling, and if I put up the chart, I'm not gonna be able to channel this. So it's like we're really feeling what's authentic to our own true values. This is the Gemini too. It's like there's this duality within us, and we finally come to this decision, and it's like, okay, this feels very right. This feels very natural. So check where 2 degrees Taurus is in your chart, and you'll really get a blessing in that area of your chart. And if you need a current transits reading with me, book one. All right. We also have on Wednesday and Thursday with that moon in Libra, we have Psyche, which represents our true soul's essence, squaring Lilith in Leo. So we might feel like we might be challenging ourselves to just color outside the lines a little bit and just make sure that's in alignment with yourself. Okay. Also on Wednesday, Thursday, we have that moon in Libra squaring Venus in Cancer, and also that moon in Libra squaring Pluto in Aquarius. So we really have to figure out, like, what are we doing with our personal lives that's making us feel uncomfortable, especially in relationships. is it just, like I said, are we just coloring outside our own lines because we want to experiment, or is it because somebody is pressuring us to? So we really have to step into our own, our own logic and reason with that Gemini sun right now. And with Lilith squaring Mercury as well, Mercury and Taurus, some of us are starting to second guess a lot of these decisions that we've been making. All right. When the South Node is with the moon in Scorpio on Friday, just remember it's going to square Mars as well in Leo. Just remember kind of like what you want to get rid of, so to speak. Like, what is it that you really want to shed off? Because we only have, I think, one more lunation cycle where the South Node will conjunct the moon in Scorpio. So it's like, what do you need to emotionally just purge, especially with that square to Mars, and it's going to also trine Saturn. So like, what's in your highest timeline? What do you need to purge? Even if it feels like you need to kind of like rage a little bit, or you need to express your emotions that in a way that might feel antithetical to your core values, or like antithetical to your like factory settings type of behavior, but you just need to purge it out there. It's like, if you need to get the emotions out and you feel like this is kind of not me, but I need to just do it, then just do it. Just get out of your system. You have to, because it's going to help you a lot. Heading into next weekend, we have this Venus in Cancer trining Neptune. So a lot of beautiful self-love, self-protection, inner child healing. So with that moon in Scorpio, with that shedding, with that South Node, with the square to Mars, with the trine to Saturn, with this beautiful inner child healing, and just let it happen and just own it. I've been grieving a lot lately because I've had to let go of so many things, and I didn't even recognize it as grief. And I was listening to his therapist talk on YouTube today. There's a former therapist. He's just like, he couldn't do it anymore. It was too much energy absorption. And he was talking all about how like two things that change people: trauma and grief. It's like the initial traumatic act that robbed you of your wholeness, that you had to kind of like shrink your personality, and then the grief that allows you to become that whole personality again. So it's a lot, but remember, you are safe. You are safe. You are heard. You are loved. Even if you don't feel safe and heard and loved by the person you want to feel safe, heard, and loved by, remember, you are an adult. You are on your own. And to do a lot of root chakra healing, hematite helps, Reiki helps, and also just singing those mantras: I am safe, I am loved. And also, I am on my own and I protect myself. So that's going to help. Moving into Saturday and Sunday with this full moon in Sagittarius, I really like it because this full moon in Sagittarius will trine Mars in Leo. So this, the moon in Sag is ruled by Jupiter. So it's like no coincidence to me that we have this North Node conjunction Jupiter this week. And I really love that, because it's like saying we're all moving into this timeline of abundance and authenticity. And that's Sagittarius is very wise. It's like, I've been there, I've done that, and I'm just going to be myself. And anyone who wants to get advice could kind of get advice. But other than that, I'm just going to be kind of doing my own thing over here and exploring and learning and growing. And that's where we're stepping into. So anything that's holding you back from that authenticity, anything that's holding you back from that adventure of life, really just needs to go. And that's that square to Saturn too. That's square to Saturn in Pisces. It's like, this shit needs to go. This no longer belongs to me. These illusions need to go. These low self-esteem illusions, these tales I tell myself about how I'm not this, I'm not enough for this, and I'm not enough for that because somebody told me that, or maybe I told myself that all needs to go. And I mean, especially with that Venus trine Neptune as well, it's like, you are good enough as you are. I love the Sagittarius Gemini Access, because it's all about learning and growing and exploring. It's a very, very easy access, and it's coming in at 13 degrees Sagittarius and 13 degrees Gemini. And I also want to note that earlier in the week, I believe it's Wednesday, we have Aldebaran, which is at 9 degrees. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, 9 degrees Gemini, and Aldebaran is a fixed star that represents pride. So remember to do things in 100% authenticity. And like I said, it's no coincidence that the North Node is going to conjunct Jupiter and Taurus. So when you are authentic, you will be blessed, even if it's not immediate, because Taurus moves slowly. It's not fast. It's not fast. And we have to remember that. Taurus to me is the turtle. Even people are like, it's the bull. No, to me, it's the turtle. It moves slowly and surely, but it's confident and knows where it's going. All right, what else that day? Mercury on the day of the full moon in Sagittarius will conjunct Uranus and Taurus. So, like I said, a lot of forward movement, a lot of, it's interesting. It's like a lot of sudden change of values, a lot of sudden change of hearts, a lot of sudden change of minds, but it feels right because it's like, no, this is me. This is really the decision I've wanted to make all along. And it brings me that freedom that Sagittarius carries. Okay. Pallas Athena on the day will also move into Leo. So this is perfect for the summer because Pallas Athena is all about our divine wisdom. And it's like Leo is all about like, hey, how could I stand out here and be different and just be myself? And I love that. All right, guys, I'm going to pull some cards. I want to share this with the collective because something in me is like, the collective needs to hear this. Subscribers, you will get your own monthly video. So, hey, collective, if you, because this was a last minute decision, if you don't subscribe to me already, this is the kind of weekly video you're going to get. And you're also going to get monthly videos like this about the whole entire month and what are the best days for love, money, what are the most emotional days. And you also get $22 off of all readings. I might have said the code in here, so I might have to change the code. We'll see what happens. All right, let me pull some cards. All right. What am I feeling? Ooh, the Work Your Light deck is standing out to me right now. In my Oceanic Tarot, I just saw The Little Mermaid with my daughter and my mom's. That's probably why. All right, let's get a energy check-in for this week. All right, so guys, on my websites are ashleyAstrology.com. The link will be in the description. All right, what is the energy for this week? Okay, 7 of Wands, so a little bit of challenge. But it says keep going, keep going. I think I pulled this for the collective in another podcast too. What is the main obstacle? Queen of Swords. So I think a lot of us are going to need to just speak our minds, and that's uncomfortable. It's a little challenging to speak our minds, especially, you know, with having freedom and authenticity and people hearing our truths for sometimes the first time. Or, you know, sometimes we just bottle up who we are and make ourselves smaller. And it's like, hey, make yourself big. It's like, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's like, yes, we all have this gift. And it might be a little struggle bus to get it out at first because we don't feel the confidence, but have the confidence to know that you can fight the battle. All right. What is the advice card for the week? For this coming week, what is the advice card? 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So this is saying it's worth it. It's worth it. When you put in the work, you are going to get the rewards. When you put in the authentic work on a daily basis, this is that Jupiter conjunction North Node in Taurus, you are going to get the rewards. You will reap the rewards. I mean, it even says in this card, achievement. So we have endurance, resilience, and achievement. I love that so much. Let me see what the Work Your Light deck has to say. All right. What does the Work Your Light deck have to say? Hope everybody has fun plans for Memorial Day. I know I do. Okay, the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So this is not like the Tower card in the Tarot. This is more like you've been through the Tower card. You've been through the Tower card. The storm already happened. Now you actually have to deal with the consequences of the storm. So that's that South Node conjunction, the moon in Scorpio to me. It's like, in that moon in Scorpio squaring Mars and Leo. It's like, yeah, we might be getting really pissed off this week. We might not be happy about some things, but here's the deal. You got to keep it moving. It's like, okay, you're shedding this. There might be some emptiness there. And what are you going to do about it now? Where are you going to go now? Because your higher self, God's source creator, your guides are like, you got to keep it pushing. You cannot go back there. Because I mean, look what's on the other side of this. Look what's on this. We have the violet flame, which is of transmutation, turning that pain into power. And then you're going to go back there and go into the shitstorm. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyways, this spread is all about resilience. This full moon is all about being your authentic self and joining that adventure of life and being vulnerable enough to enjoy it. All right, guys. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, it's sarahashleyAstrology.com. I have a variety of readings, birth charts, synastry charts, tarot readings. I also have combination readings as well, and also current transits readings. And if you'd like to get a hold of me, my email is sarahashleyAstrology@gmail.com, and all the links will be below. Don't forget to like, share, and follow, and of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more exciting content. I will come out with more content that's not just weekly horoscopes. So I look forward to seeing everybody. Hope everybody has a fantastic and safe Memorial Day weekend. Catch you later. Bye-bye.